tonight's venue, the Milwaukee Theater. Carl.
Hi, John. Well, for all the candidates, this fourth debate has the potential to be pivotal. At the top of the polls, you have Ben Carson. The latest McClatchy poll shows that it's a virtual tie in the low 20s between Carson and Trump. And then you drop down to Marco Rubio in the teens, and you see Jeb Bush and Ted Cruz essentially tied for fourth. For Ben Carson, it has been a pretty tough week. He has been outraged by a series of challenges to his book Gifted Hands and some of the stories therein. Two of them, by the way, have been corroborated just in the last 24 hours that reporters were unable to corroborate, which started a lot of these questions. Donald Trump has been very aggressive in raising questions about Carson's honesty as a consequence of that. There's another subtext to that poll, and that is that Jeb Bush and Marco Rubio are very much in a battle. So much so, in fact, that the super PAC supporting Jeb Bush's campaign has made clear that in the next couple of weeks they are prepared to launch an ad blitz against Rubio that could cost as much as $20 million. And Rubio is in turn already planning preemptive strikes with videos using Jeb Bush's own words against him, in the sense that Jeb was once quite praiseful and fond of Marco Rubio. And then there's the question of Ted Cruz, who has been hovering at third, battling with a number of candidates, but hasn't been engaging directly with this personal attacking from the very beginning of his campaign. Tonight's debate, focused on issues, particularly a heavy focus on economic and jobs issues, will be a test for many of these candidates who've been spending much of their time calling one another names and not talking about policies like TV interviews and in the news. A lot of them talk about it all the time in their town hall meetings. Chris Christie's an example of that, but he got moved to the lower second-tier debate that will be happening at 7. He won't be on the primetime stage. Lots of consequences, lots at stake here. And for the Republican top 5 candidates, the Washington Post ABC News poll has very positive news. All of them are in positive territory, viewed more favorably than negatively. And you see there Ben Carson with an astronomical number in terms of those numbers of Republicans who view him positively. He comes in here, not just the front runner, but the most popular, and an awful lot of people want to scuff him up. John?
We'll see if that happens. Carl Cameron. Carl, thank you. You can catch tonight's Republican presidential debate on the Fox Business Network live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. As we said, first debate starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, the main event at 9, with expert analysis from the Fox Business Network and the Wall Street Journal.